Hey, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and I love playing all walks of life when it comes to gaming, especially free-to-play and especially bargain games. But when a game has an entry price point of just $1, prototype games, these experimental games, and just $1 entry fee, just a barrier of entry of just $1, I don't know, man. It's hard to say no to that. So keep in mind, this is not just because they're on sale. No, these games are just literally $1, and often they'll go on sale for like 50 cents. So seriously, guys, if you're looking for some weird games just to try out, maybe give some gifts, these are the Steam games to look out for. So get excited. Here's my top 10 dollar games on Steam. Okay, so starting out our list very seriously, let's talk about a game called Bad Rats. Now, maybe it shouldn't be on this list, but I really want to put out this list, and you guys were just going to spam the comments with this game anyways. So if you don't know what this game is, Bad Rats: The Rat's Revenge is kind of a meme game. It's so bad that it's good. Like, this is legitimately not a great game. Like, I've played other students at Full Sail University for game design, played their games, and it's about this quality. However, this actually made it onto Steam before Greenlight was a thing, and it was just really not great. I mean, the quality and production value was just so significantly lower than everything else on the store, so it just kind of became a meme, and that's what it is. But I think it's a game that might be worth trying. I mean, it's $1, and it probably isn't worth $1, but if you just kind of want to absorb yourself in Steam culture, game culture, Twitch culture, stream culture, and, well, I think what we're getting at here is that Bad Rats is absolutely culture, and if you have any sort of taste whatsoever, no, you should definitely just... This is one of those games that maybe it's not worth buying for yourself, but the experience of gifting it to someone and then having them play it, that's where it becomes worthy of being on this list. Next up, we have the UBERMOSH series, and you can actually pick up any UBERMOSH. I believe they're all $1, so that's nice. However, the first one is the most popular, most well-reviewed, so you might just want to pick up the first one. In the end, though, there's a lot, free-to-play or like $1 or $2, these top-down, bullet hell, shoot-'em-up type of games, but in my opinion, in that like $5, $1 price range, without going into like a totally different genre like action RPG, I feel like UBERMOSH is like the arcade bullet hell shoot-'em-up that you want to play. It just kind of has, for $1 and for what it is, its production value, it's got enough flair. It's got enough uniquities that I think separate it from all the rest, and there's a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and throw UBERMOSH in here, especially because you have a couple that you can choose from for $1. It's super arcade. I mean, its UI, all of its mechanics are directly inspired from arcade games, and I think you'll have a lot of fun here. You just pick up $1 and then just go blast, slice some bullets with your cyber sword, and just, have some fun, man. Alright guys, coming in at number 8, we have a rhythm game that's played with your keyboard called Slash It 2. Now, I know that the most popular PC rhythm game is OS, right? It's spelled O-S-U, and that's free to play, and that's cool, and there's lots of mods, and there's lots of ways you can play that game, and there are lots of rhythm games that happen to be on PC. But I think that Slash It 2 is definitely at least contending with OSU in terms of uniquity. So this is a PC-only rhythm game. Like, you need to be playing this with your keyboard, and I'm sure that a game like this could be configured for other, buttons, controllers, whatever, tablet, but the way it plays on PC is special. You have to actually spell out things, you have to actually use your number pad, you actually have to really use your keyboard, your full keyboard, and play with the rhythm with Slash It 2. I think it's just an interesting idea, and it's an interesting experiment to try out for really just $1. Yeah, guys, above all else, I like uniquity and specialness and weirdness. However, moving forward, I want to talk about a game-ish called Mountain. It's hard to say if it's a game, and no spoiler, Reno, but like, maybe just buy it and just see what it is for yourselves. So yeah, maybe this is kind of like the worthless review that I could ever give, but you're gonna actually see a lot of reviews online that are kind of similar, and there's some other games like Mountain out there, games, bunny ears, but sometimes a game isn't exactly always supposed to be just fun. It's supposed to kind of give you a different emotion or make you think a little bit differently, or the game isn't actually gamified. Yeah, anyways, Mountain is Mountain. That's all I can say. Try it for yourself. Next up on the list, we have Reveal the Deep. Now, this is going to be a shorter game. Well, it depends on how fast you solve puzzles, but it's going to be, I guess you can almost say like some like platformy, puzzly, but it's also kind of Metroidvania-ish. Like, you are going to be backtracking. You are going to be like running through the maze or labyrinth of the levels and trying to figure out some puzzles. I don't know, it's kind of interesting, but it's definitely more of that atmospheric and more of that kind of spooky storytelling kind of thing, and there are going to be jump scares. So kind of just like put on some headphones, play this at night, and you probably want to turn up the stream at maybe possibly. This could be just a quick fun game to play during a break, during a stream or something, or maybe just a one-off night kind of thing. It's just a buck. But yeah, think Super Metroid, take away the guns, and just kind of have atmospheric storytelling through that. So I think it's pretty cute. I think it's weird, and I'd like to see more games like it, actually. So first game is going to be Hook, and the second game is going to be Sinker. But let's talk about Hook first. So Hook is a game where it's a pulling puzzle game, and so is actually Sinker. Hook is slightly a little bit different than Sinker in some ways, and obviously some puzzles, so if you like one, you're probably going to get the other. Anyways, I did a video on Sinker just very recently, very peaceful, very serene, and something like if you were sick, and I was sick during the video, it's just something that you can kind of just drone out to, and just, kind of get the cogs turning in your brain since nothing else is really turning, and you're just creaking with your bones being sick. But anyways, some of the best games to play sick are puzzle games, and I think this particular niche of puzzle games is also just really fantastic for that. It's just something that you gotta really sit down and just kind of just think about. You take as much time as you want, you just gotta sit there and pull some strings. Next up we have ZENGE, or ZENGE. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. A lot of people played it, or a decent amount of people played it for an indie game like this. And I think it just kind of, mechanically, it just has some kind of cool twists and turns, and I do kind of like the added sort of aesthetic flair thrown throughout it. So a lot of puzzle games are just super minimalistic. This one takes kind of an extra step up, an extra layer to everything, and I think that makes it worth the $1 price tag. Oh, quickly, next up, friendos, we have a game called Blood and Bacon, and surprisingly for $1, this obviously it's going to focus on a particular type of gameplay. It's going to be like horde survival, wave survival. There's actually have a co-op mode that you can play with up to 6 players. That's neat and stuff. There's actually a lot of games like this between, free and $5, but Blood and Bacon is just the one that is just that much more ridiculous, and it actually has way more mechanical features. Like there's actual legitimate stuff that you can do and upgrade and purchase and play, and actually, well, with 6 players, there's a whole lot of ridiculous fun to be had as well. Anyways, obviously it looks silly and cheap, but like it's so over the top, it's so ridiculous. It's like one of those B horror movies that just goes the extra super distance to just be ridiculous, kind of like gore porn. Well, yeah, that's Blood and Bacon. A whole lot of blood and a whole lot of bacon and silliness and fun to be had. Next up, we have a game from Nickervision Studios, and I love shouting these guys out. And spoiler alert, actually, another one of his games made it to this list, but this game is called Bit Blaster XL. Now, the XL series has done actually really freaking well on Steam, and yeah, there's another XL game on this list, but Bit Blaster was the one that I was first introduced to. Now, Nickervision, I actually was playing his games on mobile, and I just thought they had such a clean aesthetic. Like, that's the really important thing. It was just clean, they just worked, they were simple but kind of innovative ideas, and they were just really hyper-focused, and I feel like that $1 niche is just really perfect for this guy. And Bit Blaster did really great. Overwhelmingly positive, one of the more popular-ish type of games, considering indie. Breaking 1,000 reviews on Steam is a pretty big feat. This guy has 4,000 actually overwhelmingly positive, so that's fantastic. Basically, it's kind of just like a new version of Asteroids. It's just kind of a new twist, and it just kind of works. So yeah, I definitely suggest all of Nickervision Studios games, mobile or Steam, whatever this guy does, it's probably going to be at least, bare minimum, decent. And number 1, we have Orbit XL, without the I if you're searching for this in Google, but links are all in the description. Gotcha. I got 2 thumbs up for me, right? Anyways, funnily enough, we're actually going to read the description here on Steam. Don't worry, there's a reason. Defy gravity. Orbit XL is an intense, addictive, and fun just one more round score chaser. Perfect for playing while waiting in queue for another game. So I wanted to read this on Steam because Nickervision actually did sort of like an AMA on Reddit where he attributed his success to the fact that he did these brutally honest descriptions. Like, a lot of people look at this and they're like, yeah, okay, so what you have here is a singularly focused experience. I'll pay $1 for a premium, little slice of pie of some sort of game. You get your dollar's worth, and you can play it, it's a short, score chasing arcade type of game, and you can just play that in between the queues of, League of Legends, or if you're a Masters player in Overwatch, those queue times get kind of longer. You got a big stream, 100 people watching, they want to see some cool colors on the stream. Go ahead, pop in Orbit XL, and that's exactly what people do. Snickervision is a player himself, and indie developers who probably made this list, I believe so, understand that. They're players themselves. They make fun, cute little games that they would play themselves. You know, that's what they want. So these are cool games that you just jump into and you'll probably remember it. You might not be playing it forever. You might just jump into it once. Maybe you'll gift it. Maybe you'll actually hate the experience, but you'll take something with you. Each of these games, singularly, individually, are something just a little bit special. And that's what makes Stellar Games so cool. And of course, a lot of free-to-play games too. But hey, you want $1, you want a premium mini experience. What can we call that? Premium? Sure. Anyways, that's what it's called now. Orbit XL, the #1 premium game. Alright guys, that is the end of the list. My friends, my family, just $1 games. That's it. Are they worth checking out? I think so, in my opinion. Is it worth the price? Maybe, but guys, it's just $1. Now, if you do want free games, I could do lots of lists on that, and you'll probably see that on my new channel called Free For All. But I like a lot of indie games too, and I like sharing them. So I found these games interesting. Hopefully you did too, and hopefully you had fun with the video. That's really all I can ask and say is, hey, at least you peeled your eyeballs open for me, for this video, for these games, and you gave us all a shot. Thanks for keeping the hype alive, guys. My name's Skylent, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.